So again, I mean, this is just illustrating that these people can be anyone. It's not always the guy sitting in his basement, you know, that never sees daylight, and you know, sometimes these people, these cyber bullies, these online predators, these people that sexually exploit children, they can look like anybody. I've arrested people that have, you know, passed through all different demographics, financially, you know, different ethnic groups. It doesn't matter. It can be anybody. So don't think because somebody has money or somebody has this or they have that they aren't necessarily a bad person. Okay, don't assume that this person isn't out to get me. They have a nice car. No. You need to be careful, okay? These can be they can look, and they can be anybody that is out there on the internet. You can go to, if you guys want to do any more follow-up, if you parents in the room want to do any more follow-up, if you have younger kids, you guys can go to nsteens.org or you can go to netsmarts.org, and they've got these presentations online. They've got them for a lot of different age groups. They've got some for young kids that are cartoons. They aren't as upfront and, you know, realistic as some of these. They're a little bit more geared towards the young kids. So if you have young kids, go online maybe, take advantage of that. They do a lot of good stuff. It's put on by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Can you go to the next slide, please? This is going to be the end of the presentation. I just want to let you guys know that if you have any questions, we'll be around. There's going to be some booklets over there for the parents. We didn't bring any for the kids because we figured if the parents wanted them, they would be more likely to actually hold on to them and take them home and read through them. If you guys have anything at all that you come across and you want or need our help, you can contact the Nebraska State Patrol. There's phone numbers and they'll direct it over to any of us. And for those of you kids in the room that are getting an iPad today, this is this is serious, and please be careful with what you guys do with those things, and be cautious about what you're doing, and don't make bad decisions on them that are going to end up embarrassing you and following you into the future. Just use them for what they're intended for, and be smart when you're online. Okay? Thank you very much.
There we go. I'd like to extend my thanks one more time to our State Patrol friends. There's a lot of very good material that they share. And before I get started about the iPad initiative, I'll take just a few seconds just to let you know about my world here at Palmyra for the last 20 years. I've been subpoenaed only twice, but both of them were the two times I was subpoenaed were on bullying cases, and it took me about 4 hours on my part of searching and backtracking. But everything you do online leaves a footprint. Everything. As of about 3 years ago, a text message, we can recreate text messages if the circumstances warrant that. And both times I was subpoenaed, it was settled with out of court where the two students pled guilty, and they did work, the work time, community service type things. The third one was about sexting, and we were able to recover the evidence that the State Patrol needed. And then I was out of the loop, and I don't know what happened with that. So it does happen at Palmyra. It does happen at Bennett. It is part of our world. And it breaks my heart when I see it for two reasons. First, it's about another day's worth of work for me. But on behalf of the child, it scares me. And it does hit a nerve home watching when we treat each other bad, especially when on the internet. When I first started at Palmyra, the internet at home was on a 56K modem, and it took It took 2 or 3 minutes to download a picture. And I had parents come up and say, oh, we're getting the internet at home. What do I do? What do I do? I said, well, it's simple. You know, make sure you lay out the ground rules with your child. Have high expectations. Take your computer out of the basement, out of the room. Put it somewhere public where it's in the living room, it's in the dining room, somewhere where you can see the screens. And I worked for a lot of years with folks. Now we have the iPhones and we have the droids, and there is no public place anymore, and it's just getting more and more and more. Where my only advice now is all you can do is have that relationship with your child. All you can do is develop that trust. All you can do is have those conversations that our state patrol shared with us today. You just have to develop a trust and know that your child's going to make the right decision. It happens to everybody. As the technology person, it was very difficult raising 3 kids without hacking their computers every once in a while. And I had to make conscious decisions not to sometimes. But when the conversations stopped, I did. And at one point, with my older child, I found that somebody was contacting her from out of state. And although I don't use bad language sometimes, I did when I made that phone call to this other person. So it can happen to anybody, especially me, where I know all this, I teach all this. It's something that you have to be aware of. So again, thank you, State Patrol, for bringing these issues up. Do I have any questions about what the State Patrol talked about? Are there any just general questions we can knock out quickly? Hearing none, we'll move on. Yes. I do. Are you guys sticking around? No. Okay. Very good. Well, let me go ahead and get it here. All right. So on behalf, even though you're hanging out, on behalf of Palmyra High School District OR1, you look like the extra. We have a T-shirt or a polo with our emblem on it. Thank you very much. We appreciate you coming out. Thank you. Now the cool stuff. All right. I'm not going to lie. Growing up a nerd, this is like one of the happiest days of my life. So this is a good thing. Okay, first thing I'd like to do is I really want to extend my support to the Board of Education and for their support with this initiative. Without their help, without their guidance, none of this could have happened. And it makes me proud to have a school board that does such a fine job of taking care of the needs of our children. And I've been here, again, 20 years, and every year I'm proud to be here, and so thank you to them. Let's give them a round of applause. I'm gonna really try to say why we're doing this in a very short amount of time, because I did hand out some papers that you can kind of read some different things. I have about a 15-page document that I prepared for the administration and the school board that I'll put on our webpage. You'll be able to find that tomorrow. Please forgive a typo or two if you see it. The reason we're doing this is fourfold. The first reason is we're really looking to extend the school day. Now, extending the school day means taking what the kids learned right in school and exciting them, getting them interested in doing more work, over-learning a topic. You never know as a teacher what it is that's going to hook that child into a topic, into a science, into a mathematics, into art or music. We just never know. And this, in my opinion, is going to give us an opportunity to do that. We also are looking at increasing our formative assessment opportunities, which simply means in the past what we would do is we would teach a class. Sometimes we'd go a week or 10 days, and then we would give a test and to see if our students learned what we were teaching them. what we're trying to do with formative assessment is continuously gauge, kind of figure out as we go if what we're teaching is getting through. So for example, where we're hoping to see this go is a child comes in after doing their homework and they have a formative assessment of 5 questions. And the next day, your student will pull out their iPad, fill out their questions, and the teacher will immediately know if they're on the right track or not. Something that I thought was very clear, and I deserve some kind of prize because I taught that so well. Now I see nobody understood. And I can spend more time on that before I move on. So in a nutshell, that's what we're looking on the formative assessment. STEM integration is very exciting to me. I have a sister who is an electronic engineer, and I talk to her a lot about geeky things, and she's way above me. But one thing that she said is she's a real proponent, especially of getting our girls into hard sciences, hard math, hard science. And there's a whole world out there of STEM, and there are companies, organizations, philanthropists that are funding these different ways that we can bring in these sciences into our classrooms. And so we're going to hopefully do a really good job of bringing STEM projects into our sciences. Last, there's a world of 21st century skills out there which allow us to do, it's a lot of project-based materials, working on authentic communication. We want your child to be able to debate and to communicate, present ideas. And we're hoping that with the iPads that these are going to be useful for that. And then finally, for student engagement. So those are the reasons we're looking at iPads. These are the reasons the school board has done this for us. And again, I thank you very much. Thank you. At this point, I would like to invite the students who are here to go over. We have, what grades? We have seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. My student helpers, if you could go first.